From our last video analysis I dropped on the channel, we talked about this USDCAD here, where I talked about it that USDCAD has given a first touch on the trend line here. They have the second touch here, and I'm expecting a third touch around this region. Also in line with this other block that is here. That if price come into here, I'm still expecting a sell at least to this my yellow zone that we have here. And exactly that happened. Market did deep pull back into this other block here, and I dropped this very particular trade in my trading community where I was informing that price is now in the other block, just like we discussed in the video. Now look for your entry. So I get in for this very trade. At the time price hit this other block here, I didn't get in immediately, waited for a lower time frame structure confirmation, so which I got that on the 1-inch time frame. So on the 1-inch time frame, immediately price hit this zone here. At that time it does not trust this trend line yet, so that was my first confirmation. And at the time it came back here again, touching this trend line and rejecting. So there was this other block here at the back, so immediately price this particular candle closed below this zone. I get in at this very point and put my stop loss above here, and this was a risk reward of 1:6 on this very trade on USDCAD. I was just targeting the previous low, so you can see, and price did get into that lows, and what I have my 40p on that one, and price retraced, though I was still expecting price to come all the way down to this zone here, just like we talked about in the last video. If you watch the video, I was expecting price to come down here, because that was what I said in the video, that I'm expecting if price come here and I see a confirmation here, I'm going to be selling right from here to here. So I did get my first entry, and I was actually targeting this point, but I actually closed out at this very particular point because I don't actually want to trade this pair for NFP, because you know that today being Friday, we have NFP for CAD as well as NFP for USD itself. So that's two NFP. If the trade then come as positive, so the price can just consolidate and have a lot of noise around there. So I don't want to trade this particular pair for NFP, so I have to close my trade at this very point, which was on Thursday. I closed out this trade and was okay with it. So in today's video, what exactly should we be expecting next on the dollar index, GBPUSD, EURUSD, as well as the gold chart? And that's exactly what I'll be discussing in this analysis today, and what you should be expecting for this coming week. And I'll catch you immediately after this video.
Welcome to the JoedaveFX. This is the channel where we share weekly insights on forex, crypto, as well as the stock market. Click on the notification bell and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our updates like this.
Last video I dropped on the channel, I talked about gold at this very particular point, where I talked about that I took a buy from another block here and closed my target around there, and I was expecting to see a sell confirmation, but that didn't happen and price broke above this high. So at the particular time I analyzed that last video, this gold was trading around somewhere here, and I talked about it that gold at first I'm not seeing it retracing at this very point. All I'm seeing is price moving to this selling zone first, and after this selling zone I'm expecting a retracement back into this zone here. So retracement back here. Then from this zone here, then we are going to be looking for our buying opportunity all the way to this high here, where I talked about that price move from zone to zone. So which I talked about it in that video, that we already moved from this zone and price came all the way to this zone, and now price is also going to move from here all the way back here. Now when it gets here, whatsoever confirmation it give us, then I'm going to discuss what next we should be expecting on gold. As you can see, today being the NFP Friday, our price already NFP shoots this market here, but as you can see, gold is struggling breaking above this zone, because this is a very strong key zone. This is a key level zone, as a matter of fact. Also at this very point yesterday, I had a selling opportunity I took from here, which I shared this very particular analysis with my trading community. So if you're not in the community, check the link in the description and join the trading community. So I took a very sell here, and I was actually getting on the lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame. So my first entry I wanted to take was from this other block here, and that missed. Price didn't get there, and I later got an entry around this other block here too as well. Getting at this very point, though my first level target was this low here, because like I used to discuss that always target the first low you can see, the obvious low. So this is the first low. My first level target was here, which I took first TP, and I was actually expecting this price to dump all the way back, just the way I discussed in the last video, all the way to this zone here. But price didn't come to this zone and started ranging, and at this very particular point I could spot that there was a channel playing here. Immediately it broke above it, retested it, and this very trade I closed it out here, which is my second position on the break even, and closing that trade on the break even, and this I left it to be running. So I didn't trade it today for NFP because it was almost very close to this zone. So I didn't know how good could he have to the NFP. So I have to leave the trade. But if you now look at it, NFP only pushed into this zone. And what you can see this consolidation there. So now let's go back to the daily time frame and see what exactly we should be expecting for this coming week. On the daily time frame here, just like we discussed in some previous video previously on this channel. So looking at this structure here on the daily time frame structure, we are still particularly bearish on gold. And excuse me, let me check something. Okay, so looking at this, we have a break of structure here, and after this break of structure, pipe pull back to this zone here, and what dump again to somewhere here, didn't come into this zone, give another break of structure, and what pull back again to this very zone to retest it, and what dump back here again, and give a last break of structure here. So you can see the body of the candle close below it. So this break of structure. Now, when we talk about market structure, the high that broke this very particular structure is now this high at this very zone too as well, which is currently where gold is testing at the moment. So it has not yet closed above it, so we can still say this structure is still trading in a downtrend until we are able to see price, maybe price now closed above here. Then after the close above here, a retracement retesting this zone, then we can say price is now going to move from this zone all the way to this internal structure we have here, because these are minor structure. So at this minor structure, we can now wait again to see whatever gold wants to do at this moment. So but it started at the moment, looking at the structure from the daily time perspective, we have not closed above this zone yet, so we can still say practically we are bearish. And coming straight to the 4H time frame, now how today candle close really matter. So let me show you on the day time frame. You see this today's candle that is forming now, how it closed, how today candle close really matter. If this candle here touching this zone close as a rejection candle, like it's reject inside a little bit and close, because this is around 4:33 at the time I'm recording this video. So we still have about 5 hours for today's market structure to close. So if this candle can close below this zone, and then possible next week, I can tell you for a fact gold is going to actually form that retracement we are expecting. So the retracement might come to somewhere here and maybe have some form of confirmation. Then if you see confirmation, then gold can be moving from this very zone here again all the way back to this zone here we have here. But I stand at the moment, the first thing first I'm going to be expecting on gold is just a retracement from this very point here, maybe to back to this zone here, because you can see this is a lot of displacement, so there's a lot of imbalance in this market. This was a rapid move. At least gold should come back and fill all this imbalance back. So that's just what I'll be expecting first at the market open next week. So that's for good analysis. So let's go straight to EURUSD. So on EURUSD, in the last time I analyzed EURUSD, talked about it that I was expecting the EURUSD to come into this other block here, and EURUSD is kind of pushing away from it. So this daily time frame, and I stated in that analysis that, so let me show you on the 1H time frame. So in that analysis, I stated that if price has not closed below this low here, all right, because this was the low that broke the structure here. So if price has not closed below this low, so we can have a retracement back into this other block here, and what price can still come and take out this structure here, tap into this zone, then now what, come down, break that one, then give us a confirmation, then we can now start looking for our selling opportunity. But if that didn't happen, this price still has the potential of going higher. I discussed that in the last video. As you can see, that was exactly what happened. But I didn't trade EURUSD throughout last week at all. I left it because there was no confirmation on it. Though I traded GBPUSD, I took a loss on that. But I left EURUSD because there was no confirmation on it. And you can see, as we stand at the moment now, NFP has really helped to push into this daily structure we see here. So this daily order block. So NFP has helped us to push into this order block. Now, all I'll be looking for now is a selling opportunity. Even if this price still wants to continue buying higher, there should be a retracement. So price is not going to be ending up like that. There should be a retracement. But looking at the structure, see this structure still stand. This is a break of structure here. This market came, give a change of character. After a change of character, price was broke structure again, giving us second break of structure happening on this support zone here. So, and anytime we have a break of structure, what do you want to wait for is anticipate for a pullback into a very value zone, which is the value zone I'm waiting for. So getting to this value zone, I'm expecting now to see a confirmation. Then I can sell my first level target at the previous low, then before the extension, which is the daily time frame structure still standing. On the 4H time frame, we still have that bearish structure. So if you look at this 4H structure we have here, you'll see that this is a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a new lower low, and what price just come into this place to form a new lower high. So now what you'll be expecting is now what, a new lower low. So looking at this structure, we are still bearish. Nothing is still telling me that we are bullish on this market, because we are still trading below the last place we have the break of structure. So that is for EURUSD on the 4H time frame. So you can see this 4H time frame is for me presently now. So the new low which we now have is now this very particular low here, this low here. This is our new low. Now how this is now our new low is because price has already given us a break of structure above this high. So So this is your new break of structure. So once we have a new break of structure like this, what we'll be waiting for is to get our confirmation for sell. If this price really want to sell, is we need to see price break this low that broke the structure, then wait for a retracement back somewhere here, then get into your selling zone and look for a selling opportunity, and now you can start selling. But without still having that confirmation, just like how I discussed in the last class or in the last analysis, we are still going to be observing EURUSD until we get that confirmation, and that's what I'll be waiting for exactly on EURUSD before I can consider taking the next sell. So on DXY, previous analysis I discussed about DXY, where I talked about that we have price trading from this channel here, and we have price giving the first touch around this very point here. We have the second touch around here, and we have the third touch around this point. So looking at this market is still trading, respecting this structure. We have not yet break below it. We have not closed below it. As a matter of fact, we still have about 5 hours before candlestick close. Today's candlestick close. So, and if you also take your Fibonacci to as well, so which I talked about Fibonacci as well, this is the low that broke this structure, right? Because this is a break of structure above this high. So taking Fibonacci from this very low all the way to this high that we have here, you could actually see that this price is also trading inside of the golden zone. Now, there's 3 conferences meeting at this very point, and I talked about this in the last video too as well, where I talked about it that this is a Willy zone, and this zone is still standing. We have support zone there, all right? So which market is presently reacting from it. We have our trend line there, and this is also a third touch of that trend line, and we also have the Fibonacci golden zone meeting at that same very particular zone. So this zone is a very strong crucial zone. Only thing that could make this zone to validate is if we now see price come all the way down here. So excuse me, if we now see price come all the way down here, broken this last low here, and what then we can say this zone is being validated. But at the stand at the moment, this zone is still very, very much in line. And if I delete this guy here, so let me show you on this structure. Let me delete this too as well. So looking at this daily candlestick that's presently for me, despite the fact NFP was around, so price has already pushed to this side. It was NFP that pushed it back to this point. So if you look at this daily candle, you see that this candle is trying to close above this zone. So which is now what you need to pay attention to. If you can see today's candle close back above this support zone we have here, like as it's presently now, it's still above it. So if this candle closes above it, this structure is still very, very much valid. And from next week, all what I'll be looking for is, first, I'll be looking for a break above this level here. So once I can have a break above this level here, this is what I mean, a break above here, then I'll wait for a test of it, probably somewhere around here again. Then I want to buy higher. So all I'm still on EURUSD and DXY is that DXY dollar index is strong. The dollar index is bullish. So we only have this for the NFP, this kind of reaction for the NFP because of the NFP. So I'll still be looking for a buying opportunity on the dollar index, which means I'll still be selling EURUSD and GBPUSD. Coming straight to GBPUSD. On GBPUSD, last video I dropped, I talked about GBPUSD. That it's only GBPUSD that is giving some form of a reversal pattern, or which I talked about this inverse and shoulder pattern from the last video. If you didn't watch the video, so let me explain that again. So if you look at this, this is our left shoulder here. Alright, this is the left shoulder. We have the neckline here. Price gave a head. Price came here again, gave the right shoulder here. So presently we are testing around this neckline. Alright, we are testing around this neckline. Now, if this inverse head and shoulder should stand, only confirmation you need that this inverse head and shoulder are stand is we need to see price break above the neckline. So we need to see a clear break above outside of it. Then price is going to come back and we test it. Then we can now start looking for a buying opportunity. And the loss I said I took on GBPUSD was the last analysis I did. If you watch the video, which I took a sell setup from this zone here last. Okay, so which I took a sell setup from here. If you watch that video, there was this other block I marked here. So I took a sell somewhere around here and expecting this market to retrace to this trend line, then push back up again. So, and it only consolidated for a while and probably took me out in a sell. Probably took me out on a loss. So that was the loss I took on this very trade. So, but notwithstanding, I'm still bearish on this GBPUSD because the dollar index is bullish as well. The EURUSD is bearish. So, but if this structure now later stand and we have a break above this zone here, then I can start looking for a buying opportunity on GBPUSD. But it's still at the moment, this structure we are looking at here on GBPUSD, we are still GBPUSD is actually bullish. Looking at the structure, I talked about this my like 4 videos back that GBPUSD is kind of bullish looking at the structure. But the reason why I'm bearish on it because the dollar index is bullish. So GBPUSD cannot trade against the dollar index. That's just the reason why I am bearish on it. But notwithstanding, I'm still going to be waiting for more confirmation. And that's just my analysis for GBPUSD. Coming straight to the USD card, which is a flip chart of them all. So now let's start from the weekly time frame. So looking at this on the weekly time frame, okay, on USD card, I talked about that the reason why I'm expecting price to retrace back to this zone because this is going to make it the pullback being a complete pullback. At this pullback here, I would also like this price to come down inside of this zone a little bit, just come down inside of it like this a little bit here, touching this other block we have here before I'll be expecting that retracement. Why is the reason why I'll be waiting for that? So let me explain. If you take your Fibonacci, this was the low that broke the structure higher, also break this high here. So we have a double confirmation. So this can be like a CRSA on the daily weekly time frame, and this is a break of structure. So that's our reversal pattern. And if you take Fibonacci all the way from this low, this was the low, all the way to this present high price give us, you see that at this very point where we have this support zone, we are still trading above the 50% retracement. But I'll be more interested in price coming into the below the 50% retracement, at least coming into the Fibonacci golden zone. So I'll be expecting that once I have price pulling into this Fibonacci golden zone, I can now start looking for my buying opportunity, take a first level target here, also the second level target here. So this is what I'll be expecting for USD card at the moment. So this is the reason why I'm expecting price to still come inside of this place a little bit. After touching the support zone, I want price to trade below it a little bit, then a pushback above it. Then I'll start looking for my buying opportunity. So that's what I'll be expecting on the USD card. So as it stands from the USD card, we are now trading on the support, which is very, very confirmed. Everything I analyzed last 2 weeks, everything has played out just the way we analyze it. And here comes to the end of my analysis for today. If you're finding value in this content, you want to smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section. Which pair are you actually going to be trading from next week? Which pair do you want me to analyze? Drop any pair. I promise I'm going to drop a video on that. And before that, I'll catch you in the next one.